I've only met one other person that has had my type of cancer, and that person I met here.
Camp Joy, where strangers become family.
You don't really know how much time you have with the illnesses that we have.
A journey of friendship while facing life-threatening illnesses.
Some of us are trying to figure out where we're going in life. Some of us aren't even 20 years old yet. Some of us didn't even get the chance to make it to 20 years old.
A reunion some didn't expect to make, but made all the difference. How these friends continue to be a light in each other's darkest moments on this special edition of Let's Talk Cincy. From WLWT, this is Let's Talk Cincy, presented by Western and Southern Financial Group. Put our financial strength behind you.
Childhood should be a time to be carefree, a time to play in the park or ride bikes, a time to be just kids. Welcome to Let's Talk Cincy. I'm Curtis Fuller. That is the idyllic picture we hope for our children. Unfortunately, that is not always the case. A group of children from Greater Cincinnati, Kentucky, and Ohio started an amazing journey a decade ago. Their illnesses took them to Camp Joy in Warren County, a place dedicated to giving sick kids a moment to experience that idyllic picture. Through the ups and downs, the joys and heartbreak, the kids formed a bond that's stronger today as they are now young adults. They recently gathered at Camp Joy for a reunion to renew their spirit as another member faces a devastating diagnosis. They invited us to share their story. Here's WLWT News 5's Richard Childs.
We're back on camp, and it's just us, and we're adults. And it's weird, but I'm really happy to be able to do this.
Camp was a place for us when we were children that we felt like we could be ourselves, and it's like a home away from home.
The only time we ever really see each other is when we're attending someone's funeral, one of our friends' funeral. It's the only time we get to see each other. So the fact that we got this time together to really just make good memories, that's all that we're here for, is to laugh and have fun. That's so incredible to us, because usually all of our time together is really, really sad, and in the turmoil of the saddest parts of your life.
Ariana, Micaiah, Christopher and Caitlin, and all of these friends, this weekend is a reminder of the best times of their lives.
It's a home away from home for us. We call it Neverland because we feel like we can always be a kid here, and we can be ourselves. And we know that no matter what you're going through in life, where you are in life, the people that you met here, they're going to be with you regardless.
Your group's been through a lot together and apart. Take us through some of your journey.
I have sickle cell anemia, type SS. So pretty much what sickle cell is a genetic blood disorder that causes pain throughout my body. And so with that, I was a part of the hematology oncology division in the hospitals, and that's how I got introduced to camp. Our camp is a hematology oncology camp, so any disease that follows under that division was able to come to camp. When we got here, we all pretty much just clicked because we were all one and the same.
So I got diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma on Halloween in 2006. It's a muscular tumor.
Each of these 20-somethings was diagnosed with cancer or a blood disease as a child. Each of them has faced a daunting diagnosis, thinking they were the only child who was fighting for their lives. Each of them found something special in one another.
But when we come to camp, and like I said, there's the kids that are just like you, they understand.
About 10 years ago, they came to Camp Joy for the first time. Like most of these campers, Micaiah spent much of her life in hospital rooms. Amongst her friends, she says she's one of the lucky ones.
I feel like not many people have the opportunity to meet people that are just like them. Whether it's you've had bad experiences in your life with abuse, like anything, you know what I'm saying? Like any person that you can connect with on a different level.
That different level has been the difference in life and death since many of these friends were very young. It's a difference they know will still one day take some of their lives. Their friend Nick is facing that fight right now. It's a fight that some of the friends have not won.
We've gone through so much throughout our childhoods, you know, and when we get together, it's all jokes.
Bethany came home for this camp reunion with her brother Andrew.
Growing up, you kind of feel like you go through things alone. With being so young, having cancer, you know, and coming to camp, you know, the cancer that I had is very rare. And so, I've only met one other person that has had my type of cancer, and that person I met here. So, you know, you kind of just always look forward to going back and seeing your friends and knowing that you don't really have to hide your illnesses. You don't have to be afraid of, you know, even I have diabetes, not even just the cancer, I have diabetes, and I don't have to be afraid to do anything because, you know, everybody already knows what you go through. You don't have to be ashamed of anything here.
What do these friends mean to you?
Oh, they're not friends, they're family, for sure, for sure.
Friendship and family, a powerful combination. It has helped these campers get through some very difficult times. Up next.
She's affectionately known as Mama Bear to the group. The wisdom Micaiah Butler shares that keeps spirits high. Just ahead on Let's Talk Cincy.
We finally got to do what we always said we wanted to, like, at least like me and Kaya a lot. Like, we've been talking about it for forever, to be able to come back here all together as adults and have like our reunion, and we finally got to do it.
They finally got it done, in large part by the efforts of Micaiah Butler. Micaiah is affectionately called Mama Bear by the rest of this group. She is the glue, you might say, that holds an already strong family together. Micaiah is the steady hand during good and bad times. She shares her journey now with Richard Childs.
It's not fair, but it's life. Any people always say, you know, you're gonna die at some point. You know, and it's true, everybody dies, but at some point for us is, when does it end? Because I felt like it started and then it just keeps going. Like, we have other friends that like weren't necessarily in our core group of people at camp that have also passed away.
Those death, Micaiah and the others say, they carry with them, perhaps making them stronger.
You get that call and you just like, why? I don't want to say why us, because, you know, I feel like everybody says why us, but there's a reason that it was us, and I feel like it's because we can take it, if that makes sense.
But it doesn't make sense that these friends have to face so much death.
We have each other, and we're able to work through it with each other, and we can handle it as much as possible.
Behind that laughter, Micaiah Butler has undergone multiple treatments, chemotherapy, stem cell and blood transfusions. The laughter and the toughness have become a shield for her and these friends, and together they found purpose.
Once a week, every summer. Best week of your life. Best week you ever gonna live. Our favorite camp tradition is wish sticks, where you write a little message on the stick and then we throw it in the fire at the beginning of the week. And the last wish stick I ever read as a camper said, "Don't waste a moment." And that stood out to me, simply because I feel like we don't waste any moments that are given to us, and Andre and Zanaya never wasted any moments that were given to them.
Micaiah says despite the really difficult days, the group loves to have fun. They joke with one another and love to dance. In fact, she told us the reunion was a chance for them to dance to the music they love. Still to come.
A friendship forged from positivity. How two Camp Joy participants bonded while facing health crises. Their story on Let's Talk Cincy when we return.
Never know which one of us is going to be next, and you know, we just try to cherish every moment with each other, just for that reason, because you never know, this could be the last time we see each other.
Dealing with the prospect of death is pretty difficult stuff. We all hope to live a long life, but facing death is the case for some Camp Joy kids. That's a heavy burden no one should have to bear, as you are about to hear.
Think about me whenever you see those stars in the...
It's a familiar loss. It's one they say they felt before.
It's heartbreaking. Because to me, we're just kids. Some of us are trying to figure out where we're going in life. Some of us aren't even 20 years old yet.
Unfair, but not uncertain.
You know, like, because our main contact with him was him, you know? So we had to figure all that out to be able to pay our respects to our friend. And we did. We ended up making it to the service, and we went to, his favorite food was chicken, fried chicken, so we went to Popeyes after, and we cut up into Popeyes, and I had to apologize to the front desk people that we was in there cutting up like that. But it's hard, it's heartbreaking. He was only 20 years old when he passed, and then the second one, she was only 13 when she passed. Her name was Zanaya, and she also had sickle cell. And her brother, Zion, is actually here with us as well. He has sickle cell also. So me and Zion, we real close. That's like my best friend. And I remember that night he gave me the call, and he was crying. And I've heard Zion cry like many times, but this cry, it was a different cry. And like I said, I've known them for like a decade, so I knew that something was wrong. And he said, Zanaya is gone. And I had to hang up. Like, I was like, I'm gonna call you back. And I cried, and then I got myself together, and I called him back, and I said, what happened? And he said, we both went in for pain. I went into my room, I seen her, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone.
That's why Camp Joy means so much to them today. The rolling fields and pastures are a different world from the emergency rooms and critical care units these kids knew so well.
The summer of 2008, I was 8 years old. It was different because I was still like, I didn't really have any hair still. My hair was still growing back. And I think my mom was more nervous than I was because because we lived so far away. And she didn't want to leave, and I didn't really know what this place was like because I had never been. But I loved it.
Caitlin Jones and Christopher Gilbert found each other in their childhood cancer. Their love grew into this beautiful baby girl.
So we were freshmen in high school, and we actually had some mutual friends. We were all hanging out before school started, and he got talking with one of his buddies and said, hey, I got my cancer checkup coming up in a week or two. And I whipped my head around. I go, cancer checkup? What kind of cancer did you have? And he said, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I was like, oh, well, I had childhood cancer. I had optic pathway glioma. I had a tumor on my optic nerve in my left eye. And I was like, what age did you get diagnosed? And he said 4. I got put in remission at 8. And I got diagnosed at 6, put in remission at 8. So it was kind of interesting how we both kind of fell in within that year of getting put in remission with being at completely different hospitals in completely different states. He was treated at Cincinnati Children's. I was treated at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. And we've been together ever since. We've been soulmates ever since. It's really nice, you know, people can say they understand, and it's very nice to be sympathetic, and I understand that's what people are only trying to do, but we really understand. We get to sit with each other at our doctor's appointment and have somebody to really hold your hand and say, I understand the fear. Even though you've been 10 years in remission, still have that fear. You never know what's going to come back. So it's very nice and comforting to have him through my trials and tribulations, and I think I can say vice versa with that. And now we have a beautiful daughter. We were told at one point we may not even ever be able to have kids because of the treatment that we received while we had cancer. So we kind of walked through life not knowing what our future was going to hold, and then we were blessed with a baby girl. Her name is Aspen, and she's perfect. She's the light of our life. So and we just get to live our life completely fine and healthy and here. So.
Living in this moment for as long as they can. Coming back to Camp Joy is a celebration of life, even though they know more than most of us that long life is not promised.
I feel like we don't waste any moments that are given to us, and Andre and Zanaya never wasted any moments that were given to them.
What do you say to Nick?
We love you.
Not wasting a moment, an incredible message not lost on anyone in the group, especially for two members. If you look up the meaning of friendship, one definition is a state of mutual trust and support. Well, that certainly describes Morgan and Jordan, whose friendship began at Camp Joy a decade ago. They talked with Richard Childs about their friendship and how their illnesses are guiding their future.
We've been friends since 2012. Friends since 2012. We were in the same cabin together. And
every year since we got put in the same cabin.
Yes, same side and everything. And we didn't hang out. Well, we would always talk to each other at camp and then like, oh, we're gonna hang out. And then I think it was maybe our second to last year together.
Till we could drive.
We were like, okay, now we can actually see each other. We live 20 minutes away. Like we should hang out all the time, so.
And we did.
And we did, all the time.
Jordan and Morgan have been finishing one another's sentences ever since.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I gotta ask though, to find each other at a camp, or to find each other in our city, or just in this world, where as a child by yourself, I mean, I'm sure 7 or 8 or 11, you're going through something that makes you feel so alone. There's a question. But, you know, what did that mean? I mean, you know, where were you before you met each other? What was it like? What was it like for you?
I mean, I had other friends, like, I don't know, who had cancer and stuff, but I was the only one who I knew who had limited motion because of it. And then Jordan and I met, and we were the only ones really with the same type of humor who were like immediately comfortable enough to joke about.
Yeah.
Like me having cancer and her having sickle cell. So it just became like an instant bond because we were both able to laugh about our problems together, and that was like our way to cope with each other, from my perspective at least.
No, definitely. It's easier to just live with the disease when you have to look at the positive side of things. And so for me with my condition, we joke around and say that I have partial sickle cell because my pain isn't nearly as bad as the other people you've interviewed. So I look at things from like a joyful side. I'm like, it could be 10 times worse. So you can poke fun at it here and there and make jokes about it because yeah, it's not the best situation to be in, but you could always be worse.
Your illnesses, your childhood sickness has kind of inspired your careers now. What's next and why?
So for me, it's pediatric nursing, probably focusing in hematology and oncology, which is the department I was in. And being able to just give back. I've had so many nurses who have impacted me in positive ways, so I want to be able to give back to my community by doing the same thing.
And then I want to be a radiologist technologist, so I'll be taking images. I had bone cancer, so that's how it was found, and I now have a prosthetic bone from my shoulder to my elbow. So seeing just images taken of me my entire life, it just makes me want to go and help kids find their cancer so they can get cured quicker, or just to make sure it's gone.
Reach out to kids today. What do you tell young kids who were in the same place you all were 4 or 5 years ago, scared, uncertain, alone, thinking they're by themselves?
Go to camp.
Go to camp. Find people who are like you. There's someone out there, you're not alone in this world. That's definitely a big thing. And I feel like coming to camp, you realize like so many people are going through the same things I am, or they've been through the same things I am, whether that's with an actual disease or it's just family situations. Everyone here has someone like them.
Everybody I've met has such a wonderful outlook on everything. You guys have been the best people I think we've had a chance to be around. Is that because you dealt with so much when you're young? And, you know, what do you tell the rest of us who don't get it, who don't live like everyday matters?
You have to live like everyday matters, because in the blink of an eye, it can all be gone.
After what we've been through, we can't live in fear anymore.
No. None of us have made it to the age of
24,
25. So the fact that life is just so short, you have to live like what if you don't wake up tomorrow? You have to cherish every possible moment and just understand that it could be your last. So tell people you love them, hang out with your friends, laugh, do everything you could do in a day, because it all matters. So none of us have like made it to age 24. We've lost one of our friends. He passed away. His name was Dre, and he was
19.
He was 19. Another friend, Zanaya, who is one of our campers who's actually here right now, his little sister, her name was Zanaya, and she passed away at
14 or 15.
14 or 15.
In 2019.
In 2019.
So that's kind of the main reason we came. I mean, we've lost 2 people now, and then our friend being diagnosed with a brain tumor. We're like, we need to get together. We don't know who may not be here next year.
We don't know who's going to be here in the summer, so just to be around each other, I feel like that definitely helps us have such a positive outlook on life because we appreciate everything so much.
Up next, the lasting message Camp Joy participants want to leave with you. Let's Talk Cincy. We'll be right back.
Camp Joy is a magical place, a place of hope for children facing serious health challenges. We've met some remarkable people whose spirit and resolve are inspiring.
We were all told at one point of our lives that we may not be able to see the adult side of our lives and be able to be our own individuals instead of just being our parents' child. So I think now that we have been able to be adults, we have a much newfound appreciation for the life that we have and the opportunities that we have.
To have people who you literally spend 1 week, not even a full week, you spend 5 days in a summer with these people, and to just be able to click and know that these are your people. If anything happens, you can come to these people, and it's just we're a second family.
You know, having these friends, you never really go through anything alone, even after, you know, you're cancer-free. We're always there for each other, even when they get scans, you know. We're always in the group chat like, hey, how's it going? It's going good. Like, so, yeah, it means everything. It really does, it means everything.
These young people are so inspiring. They've faced serious illnesses since childhood, but yet they are not bitter. Their stories should give all of us a little hope. Hope that we can also see the light when we are facing dark times. We want to thank them and Camp Joy for allowing us to tell their story and share their journey. And we also thank you for joining us. I'm Curtis Fuller. We'll see you next week for another edition of Let's Talk Cincy.